This is the Peter Channel. The time now, 9 o'clock, and it is time now for the Water Magician PJ Wiggins, the Water Report. Wednesday morning, July 23rd, 2014. Good morning to you all on this lovely Wednesday morning here. Current conditions at 9 o'clock in North Massachusetts. 77 degrees on temperature wave. First class humidity is 84%. Wind speed south about 7 miles per barometer. 29.95 inches. Dew point about 68 degrees. Visibility of 10 miles. Heat index 79 degrees. Alright, let's take a look at our radar scope, and it shows spotty rain showers in the east central portion of Nova Scotia. Spotty rain showers in the southeastern portions of Prince Edward Island. There. A line of showers from eastern Quebec and a line of showers from Quebec stretching out from Montreal to around Ottawa and upstate New York, about Watertown, New York. Here. And line of showers and storms from northwestern Pennsylvania stretching out to Ohio, from the southern one quarter from Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati stretching out to south central Indiana, down for 7 Illinois, down for southeastern Missouri with some ferocious thunderstorms around south Illinois and southwestern Indiana. Here. Spotty rain showers from West Virginia, down for eastern Kentucky, and down for eastern Tennessee, and a line of showers and storms off the Carolina, Georgia, and Florida coastline, down for Miami, and a line of spotty rain showers off the Tampa, Florida area here. And we're seeing some spotty rain showers from southeastern Louisiana, down for southeastern Texas here. And we're seeing some spotty rain showers in north central Kansas, with some storms also from west central Nebraska, down for west central South Dakota, Rapid City, east central North Dakota. And a line of rain showers from northwestern California stretching out for I-5 corridor from Medford and western Portland and down for Seattle. Here, spotty rain showers from south central British Columbia, east central British Columbia, northeastern Alberta, and west central Saskatchewan, and southern Manitoba and down for western Montana and northwestern Wyoming. Grant, Montana, good morning, 56 degrees with clear skies. In Seattle and Portland, you're going to have a rainy morning commute attack here. Okay, let's take a look at our satellite loop here. And it shows a line of clouds from southern Quebec and all the way down for the eastern Great Lakes, western New York, Pennsylvania, down for Ohio, Indiana, and southern Illinois. Number of clouds off the Carolina, Georgia, and eastern Florida coastline here, and another batch of clouds coming off the Louisiana and southeastern Texas coastline. And a batch of clouds from northern Quebec and another Nova Scotia and another Manitoba here. Batch of clouds from central Kansas, west central Nebraska, south central South Dakota, eastern North Dakota to northern Minnesota. Batch of clouds from Montana, stretching northern Idaho, and one from western Oregon, Washington, up to British Columbia, Alberta, and Saskatchewan here. Patch clouds from northwest Mexico. Spotty clouds from Arizona, eastern New Mexico, central Utah, west central Colorado. Alright, let's take a look at our map situation here. Station front from Idaho down to Wyoming, and a cold front from Colorado, searching down Kansas, Missouri, down to the Valley, and then down for western Pennsylvania, New York, and up into Quebec here. Never station front from the Gulf of Mexico, stretching to north, central Florida, to Hungary, Georgia, Carolina coastline, and not to sea. Followed from 7 and down for southeastern California. Followed down for the Gulf of California. Station front from off the northwestern California, western Oregon coastline, the Pink Front up the Washington coastline, the British Columbia coastline. And it is high pressure in the Yellowstone Valley, southeastern South Dakota, southern Manitoba, western North Carolina. And low pressure in the Gulf of California and off the British Columbia coastline. 76 degrees on temperature in Boston. It is 78 out of Washington, D.C. 74 in Atlanta. 82 in Miami. Paris 77 in Dallas and Brownsville, Texas. 71 in Kansas City. 65 in Minneapolis and Chicago. 66 in Denver. 69 in Albuquerque. 74 in Seattle, Salt Lake City, Utah. 58 in Great Falls, Montana. 61 in Seattle. 67 in San Francisco. And it's 65 out of Los Angeles. There. Alright, let's take a look at our current conditions around the region. Here we have a 76 degree temperature reading here in Boston and in Beverly. 75 in Bedford, it's 77 in Fitchburg, and in Nashville, New Hampshire, 76 in Haverhill, 74 in Gloucester, 72 in Worcester, 73 in Sturbridge, 76 in Webster, 74 out in Milford, 75 in Norwood and Taunton, it's 74 in Bedford, 77 in Plymouth, 75 in Falmouth, 72 out in Chatham, 73 out of Palmerstown, 72 in Martha's Vineyard, 71 in Nantucket, 69 out in Cape Cod Bay, 72 out in Block Island, 73 in Wesley and Providence, 75 in Smithfield, 74 out in Springfield, 70 out in Amherst, 73 in Greenfield, 76 in Amherst. Albany, 75 in Bennington, Vermont, 75 in Keene, New Hampshire, 71 in Jeffrey, 74 in Brattleboro, Vermont, 72 in Manchester, 75 in Concord, 76 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 75 in Winslow, 74 out in Hartford, 74 in Meriden, 72 in Waterbury, 74 in Denver, 74 out in Bridgeport, 73 in Ravens, 73 in Los Angeles, 74 in Islip, 72 in Montauk, 75 in New York City. Here. Alright, forecast discussion around the country here. There will be a slight risk of severe thunderstorms over parts of the northern Appalachians, and there will be a slight risk of severe thunderstorms over parts of the Northern Plains, and a slow moving front extended from the lower Great Lakes to the Central Plains will move just off the northeast and the Mid-Atlantic coast by Thursday evening while moving southward to the southeast and into the Central Gulf Coast by trailing northwestward to the Northern Plains by Thursday evening too. Showers and thunderstorms will available along the head of the boundary from the lower Great Lakes to the parts of the middle of Mississippi Valley, and that will move eastward to New England to the Tennessee Valley by Wednesday evening. The showers and thunderstorms will move off the most of the northeast and the northern Mid-Atlantic coast by the parts of the southern Middle States and the southeast by Thursday evening. An upper level low will linger over the lower Mississippi Valley and the Central Gulf Coast throughout Thursday. The energy will produce showers and thunderstorms over parts of the Gulf Coast and the southeast on Wednesday and Thursday. In addition, a plume of moisture will be concentrated just east of the Rockies over the plains that will aid in triggering showers and thunderstorms over the parts of the northern plains on Wednesday, moving into the upper Mississippi Valley by Thursday evening. Meanwhile, an upper level energy low will be moving on over the Pacific Northwest and move eastward to the northern Rockies by Thursday. The energy will produce showers and thunderstorms over parts of the Pacific Northwest to the northern Rockies on Wednesday. The showers and thunderstorms will move to the northern plains by Thursday evening. Areas of light rain will also develop over the parts of the Pacific Northwest coast Wednesday into Thursday and elsewhere. Weak monsoon moisture will aid in triggering showers and thunderstorms over the parts of the southern Central Rockies during the late afternoon and evening on Wednesday and Thursday too. And let's take a look at our forecast discussion around the country here. Weather will be hot and humid. Weather will be hot and humid. Weather today ahead of a upward cold front. The front will trigger scattered showers and thunderstorms late this afternoon and evening. A few strong thunderstorms are possible west of I-49-5 and north of Mass Pike and I-84. Showers will likely linger Thursday southeast of the Boston Department this quarter, and high pressure will build with dry weather for Friday and Saturday, and a bunch of warm front Sunday will bring more humid and unsettled weather for the early part of next week. Near-term forecast adjusts the sky for cover for patch of serious and altered cumulus clouds moving across long on 7 a.m. observation from Central Connecticut shows 9,000 feet. So clouds may be thick enough to hide the sun for a couple of hours. That's more than extrapolation moves east of it. Cape Cod by midday. We made the forecast looks okay. Okay, let's take a look at our view on Tropical Depression 2. 13.9 in the north, 53.2 in the west, maximum stay winds about 35 miles per hour, movement west northwest about 20 miles per hour. And it's going to be weakening, and it's not going to be strengthening because of the clear, cool waters here. Okay, tropical advisory, tropical advisory as of 5 o'clock. 13.9 in the north, 53.2 in the west, location about 550 miles, 885 kilometers east of the Lesser Antilles. Maximum stay winds about 35 miles per hour, 55 kilometers an hour. Presence and movement west-northwest about 285 degrees and 20 miles per hour, 31 kilometers an hour. Minimum central pressure 10 12 millibars, right up at 89 inches. Watch on the warnings. There are no coastal warnings or warnings in effect, or watches in effect. Interest in the Lesser Antilles should monitor the progress of the system. At 5 a.m. AST 9:00 UTC, the center of the Tropical Depression 2 was located due to longitude 13.9 in the north, longitude 53.2 to the west. The depression moving toward the west-northwest near 20 miles per hour, 31 kilometers an hour. A slightly faster westward to west-northwestward motion is expected during the next couple of days. Maximum today, winds are near 35 miles per hour, 55 kilometers an hour. The higher gusts and little change in strength is expected today, but the depression is expected to generate into a trail low pressure on Tuesday. The estimated minimum central pressure is 1,012 millibars and 20.89 inches. Here, hazard effect line winds, strong gusty winds are possible across portions of the Windward and Leeward Islands. Steady and early Thursday. And next wind advisory, 11 a.m. AST. Alright, let's take a look at our... Here's two disturbances over the Eastern Pacific. One disturbance that showers and thunderstorms associated with an area of low pressure located about 1,300 miles southwest of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula continue to show signs of organization. Environmental conditions appear conducive for additional development, and the system is expected to become a tropical depression during the next few days, while it moves westward and west-northwestward at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Formation chance for 4 hours, high 70%. Formation chance for 5 days, high 8%. A tropical wave located about 1,700 miles east-southeast of the big island of Hawaii is producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms. The subdevelopment of the system is possible during the next few days while it moves westward into the Central Pacific. Formation chance for 48 hours at low 20% and formation chance for 5 days, medium about 50%. And an area of low pressure is forecasted for several hundred miles of south on the coast of Mexico for a few days. Some of the development of the system is expected over the weekend while it moves generally west-northwestward. Formation chance for 48 hours, low about 0%, and formation chance for 5 days, medium 50%. And another area of low pressure could form during the next couple of days, several hundred miles southwest of the southern tip of this Baja California Peninsula. Some gradual development of the system is possible by the weekend while it moves generally westward and formation chance for 48 hours, low about 0%, and formation chance for 5 days, low about 20%. Alright, let's take a look at today's severe weather and alright, let's take a look at the latest on what Matlo is doing overseas in Eastern Asia here. What is going on with Matlo here? It's a Category 1 typhoon with 75 mile per hour winds, speed gusts about 9 miles per hour. It's going to make landfall right now in southeast China around Putian, east of Putian and Fuzhou, China. It's going to weaken for much of eastern China. And let's take a look at today's highs here. Well, we can see 90 degrees from Greater Boston and Worcester County up into Merrimack Valley up into southeastern Hampshire Bay. So 80s around the Bristol County. So we will see 85 to 93 degrees for much of the region, and the 70s around the Cape Islands there. And with the heat humidity for Wednesday, we could have the ingredients for a few severe thunderstorms possible late Wednesday afternoon evening. Time at 3 and 11 p.m. Wednesday, northwest and high side 95 and highest risk northwest Massachusetts, southwest New Hampshire. Local strong to temperature wind gusts with a local risk of large hail and heavy rain, localized flood event and dangerous cloud ground lightning strikes here. After plants when thunder was according to the distance, the highest risk is severe weather from eastern New York, northwestern Connecticut, western or central Massachusetts, southeastern Vermont, and southern New Hampshire here. Alright, let's take a look at a view from the outside here, and it shows a humid day on tap with a sunny and a hot and a humid one on tap. Alright, let's take a look at our hazardous weather outlook before we do the 7-day forecast here. Yes. Day 1, day and the night. Thunderstorms, possibly local heavy downpours, may affect the Boston Department of Score between 9 p.m. and midnight this evening. And days 2 for 7 Thursday for Tuesday. No hazardous weather expected at this time here. 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, most of the Saskatchewan higher 90 degrees at southwest with about 9 to 60 miles per hour. Tonight, chance of showers and thunderstorms that showers like the possibility of thunderstorm after midnight. Some of the storms produce gusty winds and heavy rain. Patchy fog after midnight. Otherwise, increase the clouds with a low at 6 to 80 degrees at southwest with about 6 to 11 miles per coming night after midnight. Chance of precipitation 70%. A new rain for about between a quarter and half an inch possible. Thursday, showers like the possibility of thunderstorm before 10 a.m. and a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Then a chance of showers after 1 p.m. Patchy fog before 11 a.m. Otherwise, clouds high to 74 degrees. The northwest wind about 6 to 8 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 60%. New rain for months between 10 and a quarter inch checks about amounts possible thunderstorms. Thursday, patchy fog after 11 p.m. Otherwise, most clouds got low 60 degrees and northeast wind about 5 miles per hour. Becoming light and variable after midnight. Friday, sun skies 82 degrees and north wind about 5 miles per hour, becoming calm. Friday night, patchy fog after 5 a.m. Otherwise, most clear skies low 62 degrees. And Saturday, most of the sun skies 82 degrees. Saturday night, patchy fog after 5 a.m. Otherwise, part skies low 67 degrees. And Sunday, chance of showers and thunderstorms, patchy fog before 8 a.m. Otherwise, part skies 81 degrees and chance of precipitation is 4%. Saturday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms, patchy fog after 2 a.m. Otherwise, most of the skies low 68 degrees and chance of precipitation is 50%. Monday, chance of showers and thunderstorms, patchy fog before 9 a.m. Otherwise, most of the skies 80 degrees. Chance of precipitation 50%. And Monday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms, patchy fog between 11 p.m. and midnight, then patchy fog after 1 a.m. Otherwise, most of the skies low 66 degrees and chance of precipitation 40%. And Tuesday, patchy fog before 7 a.m. Otherwise, part of the skies 80 degrees. Peters, what a phase of the day! A humid and a hot one on tap with some storms in the air. Peter, Channel News Time, 9:14. Time now for a travel report. The Peter Copter here, and it shows Southeast Express. We had a northbound side slope from Quincy all the way down for Dorchester due to an accident on the Southeast Express on the northbound side on Furnace Brook Parkway. 95 north, a little slow as you approach 128. And Mass Pike on the westbound side, slow from Molson Bradford all the way down for Newton. Mass Pike on the eastbound side, slow from 120 to Newton all the way to Dr. Newtonville due to an accident on the ramp from 120 to Mass Pike westbound. That's so try up some extra time here. And 120 a little slow from Norwood all the way down for Waltham due to some traffic accidents on the 95 southbound near exit Route 9 in Wellesley, and another traffic accident on 95 northbound near Great Plains Avenue in Needham here, so try to some extra time in that area. 93 south a little slow from Medford all the way down to the Zachem Bridge here. A little slow on the Tobin Bridge due to some road work on the southbound side of the Tobin Bridge on Route 1. 120 on the southbound side a little slow from Lexington all the way down for Waltham due to an incident on 128 northbound near Trapel Road in Waltham here. And 128 south a little slow from Linfield all the way down for Burlington here. 393 and 95 and 115 from 120 to the New Hampshire border, and 495 north a little slow due to road work around Littleton Stretch around Route 2. And 2 is Boulevard 5 from Lexington down for Cambridge a little slow from Route 2 from Belmont to Cambridge here. And the Mass Pike is more fine from Boston down for Logan Airport. And Mass Pike a little slow from Framingham to Natick here. And otherwise, 495 is good to go from Amesbury all the way down to Wareham here. And 95 and 24 Boulevard 5 from 128 to the Rhode Island border. Route 3 is Boulevard 5 from Braintree to Sagamore, and the border Sagamore Bridge is a Boulevard 5, and 195 Boulevard 5 from Providence down for Wareham. And take a look at the Providence traffic outlook here. 610 connecting a little slow from Route 6 Providence to 95. 95 northbound slow from 195 to 146 due to next to 95 north on 146 in Providence. And 95 north, a little accident in downtown Providence here. But otherwise, all the Providence highways are Boulevard 5. Here 295, 6, and 95 for protected food. Westerly here. Peter, Channel News Times. Now 9:17 here. And it is time now for the Peter Channel Morning Report News for this July the 23rd, 2014, Wednesday. Good morning, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Our top story on the Peter Channel News in Donetsk, Ukraine, where 2 Ukrainian military fighter jets were reportedly shot down over the nation contested in the eastern region on Wednesday, even as U.S. 2 military aircraft carried the first bodies of the victims were downed of the Malaysia Airlines Flight 817 left the battle planes of eastern Ukraine Wednesday. The Dutch government declared today of national mourning as the country prepared for the arrival of the first bodies in the afternoon. Russian backstabbers shot down 2 Ukrainian fighter jets on Wednesday in the eastern region of the country, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. Secretary of State John Kerry arrives in Tel Aviv today as he is meeting with UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas in ceasefire talks here. Microsoft executives struggle to explain the past year or more where the company is going with Windows. This was passed a comment by CEO Satya Nadella during the July 22nd Microsoft Q4 fiscal 2014 earnings call. The struggle is. Bats use a pattern that polarized light in the evening cycle. The Barons, according to a new study, as well as that have unusual echolocation skills and their own magnetic compass of bats are now the first mammals known to make use of the polarized light. Bank of England Governor Mark Carney said interest rates in the UK will be more restrained than it. The bat says he warned that the challenges stand in the way of the recovery likely to persist. Here. Top police officers and officials from Boston, along with activists and area communities, blasted the state senate Tuesday for watered down gun control legislation by stripping of provision aimed at keeping rifles and shotguns out of the hands of dangerous people. The Marblehead Police Department recovered a body in a missing diver in Marblehead. In Beijing, Typhoon Matmel China's shore in southeast China on Wednesday and was downgraded to a tropical storm which from last week's more powerful typhoon Ramazan rose further. Horns blasted huge spots of water shoot to the air in celebration as a Costa Concordia rotated at the beginning of the ship last voyage as it headed for the scrapyard. Here, The mystery surrounded two white flags that appeared on the top of the Brooklyn Bridge today deepened as the New York City Police Department admitted that they don't know who committed the security breach or how they accomplished it. Also in New York, a wake and a funeral will be held Wednesday for a Staten Island man who died in police custody. Demonstrators marched for the streets on Tuesday to demand swift justice for Everett Garner. Everett, Washington. Search and rescue personnel believe they found Tuesday the last body from the March 22nd landslide that killed 43 people, also in Washington. PepsiCo Company Incorporated reported better than projected profit that raised its annual forecast after reducing costs, giving the company more leverage in aluminum fiber. Activist investor Nelson Peltz. Regulators are expected to vote Wednesday to enter the long-time staple investment industry that fixed $1 share price of money market mutual funds for at least some of the money funds used by big investors. Board company boosted its earnings guidance for this year, and its second quarter earnings climbed about 52%, driven by continued strong demand for the aerospace airliners as well as aggressive cost cutting. American Airlines cancels Tel Aviv flights. Apple is gearing up its biggest initial run of iPhones, up to 80 million units for their model that was commonly known as iPhone 6. WSJ's Bummy and consumer talks to Desk Robert Kamachi about why it took Apple so long to get bigger to its screens. IT is not only about sensors activated as a connected firmware apps, manufacturers are needing to incorporate all bar recorded products to their plans. Developers have been toying with the beta of OS X Yosemite since Apple announced its operating system WWDC in June. Unfortunately, West efforts we have to wait impatiently until Yosemite launches this official this fall. Burbank, California. Marvel's next summer blockbuster film is coming to Disney Infinity. Today, Disney Interactive officially announced the latest playset for Disney Infinity Marvel Superheroes 2.0 edition. Lana Del Rey performs at the Hackney Weekly Festival at Hackney, Washington, D.C. on June 24th of 2012. The 2014 edition of San Diego Comic-Con, the mecca for hundreds of thousands of pop culture fans every year, starts Wednesday night, Wednesday for Sunday. Selena Gomez celebrated her 22nd birthday in St. Tropez this week by sunbathing, jet skiing, and hanging out with a bunch of pals in the water. Taylor Swift performs at the Singapore Indoor Stadium on June 9th as she, along with Lord and One Direction, played at the High Heart Radio Festival. Rangers style to Anthony fans even though the U.S. premiere of the PBS drama's 5th season is still almost 6 months away, Sunday, January 4th. Simulcast Kevin on Tuesday night for the last night at the TCA Summer Press Tour to give preview. In sports, last night, the Boston Red Sox lose to the Toronto Blue Jays 7-1. Today, Clay Buchholz will be abound for the Red Sox tonight, while Ari taking abound for the Blue Jays. Pat Bowlen, the Denver Broncos owner who won 2 Super Bowls over the solid, the NFL's most consistently competitive franchises, have given control of the team to continue this battle of Alzheimer's disease. Here, so Pat Bowlen, I hope you fight this disease with grace and dignity, like how John Elway does with his football skills, and get better, Mr. Bowlen, and fight for this disease. New York Yankees manager Joe Girardi congratulates newly acquired New York Yankee Chase Headley Center have hit a 14th inning game-winning walk-off RBI single to lift the Yankees to a 2-1 victory over the Texas Rangers in a baseball game. Bill Belichick says Bob Gronkowski has been cleared to play. Here, to mark the 45th anniversary of the Apollo 11 mission, President Barack Obama hosted a private gathering for all those involved in the mission for the Oval Office on Tuesday as wind farms march out of the coastal waters to meet urgent demand. Seals are learning to use them like local grocery stores, scientists say. President Barack Obama's signature initiative at the cost of health coverage for millions of Americans were cast and adopted after 2 federal appeals courts issued on positive verdicts on whether the government could subsidize policies found federally when. While one of pocket companies we called fresh to sweet to eat bread peaches, plums, nectarines, and plutos because of potential contamination by Listeria contamination, the U.S. said. Okay, let's take a look at our morning stock report via the CNBC website. Here, okay. We got breaking news. Plane crash in Taiwan kills 51 people. AP cited local sources. Here. Wait, pre-market news. Dow futures 1703, up 10. SP futures 1978 and a quarter, up 3 and a quarter, and Nasdaq futures 3963 and a half, up 13. European markets here. 971.37 on the DAX, up 47.04. FTSE 696.86, up 152. CAC 40.43.89 and a quarter, up 19.73. Asia markets here. Nikkei 15,320.36, down 14.72. Shanghai 2078.49, up 301. HSI 23,971.87, up 29.76. US Dow Jones Industrial 7113.54 on change. S&P 593.53 on change. And Nasdaq 4456.02. In oil news, 102.48 for the oil, up 0.09. Brent 107.84 up 51 cents, and natural gas 3.801 up 0.029. In the gold news, 6.60 the gold up 30 cents, silver 20.98 down 0.028, and copper 3.206 down 0.002. In bonds, US 10-year yield 2.4529% down 0.013. Germany 10-year yield 1.15% up 0.024. And Japan 10-year yield 0.534% down 0.002. In FX here, European US dollar 1.3466 up 0.0002. USD Japanese yen 101.38 up 0.008. And Great Britain pound US dollar 1.703 down 0.0033. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel What a Magician Report and the Peter Channel News Morning Report on this July 23rd, 2004. Peter said, have a good day with a good positive attitude. Here.